This is the cry of a people robbed and raped from their homeland and their loved. A people stripped of their culture, their dignity, their liberty, and their rights.
It might be the light. Probably the light.
Of the colonial and imperialistic slavers were carved into the West, where for over 400 years they have toiled and labored, and with their blood, their sweat and tears and hands, they have built the great city of Babylon, only to be paid with the wages of the taskmaster's whip, torture, and death.
We got 10 people in. Hey, can y'all hear me? How's it sound? Can y'all hear me? Yeah. We live right now.
This is my history.
Yeah, we live right now. Hey, can y'all hear us? Hey, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear us. Okay, good. They can hear us.
We've been down in the valley much too long. We've been down in captivity.
You know what it is?
Oh, so long.
Yeah, it's the lighting in the background.
We've been down in humility much too long.
Hey, they can hear us loud and clear.
We've been down.
Peace, love, and light.
Oh, so long, but we're gonna rise and shine and bring all your creation. For now's the time.
It's good to hear from you.
All nations must be free. So rise and shine. Restore your strength and power. Waste no more time. Remember your history. You've been down in a suffocation much too long. You've been down in a condemnation oh so long. You've been down in segregation much too long. You've been down in humiliation oh so long, but we're gonna rise as the morning sun that surrounds you. It's international morality time, where mankind must be born anew. So rise and shine.
Y'all hear them lyrics?
Of the younger generation, putting hearts and mind to brotherhood and unity.
Heart lighter than a feather.
Remember the slave master's remember the taskmaster's we've been down in the valley much too long. We've been down in captivity oh so long. We've been down
Bob with me.
in a slavery much too long. We've been down in humility oh so long, but we're gonna rise.
I see y'all.
And we know liberation. For now's the time when all nations must be free. Rise and shine, restore your strength and power. Waste no more time, remember your history. Yes, we're gonna rise and shine as the morning sun surrounds you.
Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Got brother George Macon in the building with me. There you go, bro. We are live. One love to the family. You already know. What's the topic of this live today, George?
We want to talk about in this live. Let me see something real quick.
The power of imagination.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, that's all it is. It's the lighting.
Oh, bro, it's as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, it's the lighting. Plus, we on the what's the name? We're not on the StreamYard. Let me see something real quick. Hold on for a second, y'all. Let me check out something real quick. Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, we want to talk about the power of imagination, and the aspect of the reality that we so-called live in. The way, last time I was live, we came on here and we talked about the Freddy Krueger effect. We talked about the ability to dream, the ability to manifest the reality that you want.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about desires, manifestation, thought, and imagination. And these people, well, put it like this. Some days you call me, some days you venting, right? And you going in about how messed up the world is and you going in on our people.
Yes, sir.
And I always tell you, this thing is like Jumanji. These other groups don't really exist. They just playing the script.
Mm-hmm.
It's only us.
Right.
And this is why in this world we're looked at as the influencers and the worst at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, we as melanated people, global melanated people, we created this reality. See, some stuff that I'll say today, briefly, I'm gonna go over some people's head. We manifested and created. Hold on, let me turn this down.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had the sound up. We manifested and created this reality that we're experiencing now. There's no such thing as life or death. It's just experiencing.
Right.
We are in these physical bodies, experiencing the senses, experiencing the imagination,
Mm-hmm.
meaning everything that you see, right? This whole thing that we're using right now to even talk to the people out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
The clothes that we have on, this phone that you're using, everything came from the unseen to the seen.
Facts.
Meaning, everything was imagined first, and then it was thought of how to create it and make it manifest.
Right.
And then they manifested to you for you to desire these things.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole aspect of the physical world is to seize control of your desires so they can control your imaginations, thoughts, and manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when you don't understand who you are in this physical world, you begin to live vicariously through other people's shit. So then you begin to live in anxiety. You begin to live in someone else's matrix.
Mm-hmm.
You lose your ability to dream. You even lose your identity of self or who you are.
Right.
You begin to look outside of something from something that's already within.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, this reality don't exist without us, without the consciousness that you're in.
Right.
So, meaning, in the unseen world, there is no limitations.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you go to sleep and dream, you can fly.
Right.
You could be 10 feet tall.
Yeah, there's no physical limitations.
There's no physical limitations. The manifestation of us into these bodies is limitations.
Mm-hmm.
We manifested into limitations to experience.
Right.
We are experiencing we are perfected beings experiencing imperfection.
Mm-hmm.
And we also experiencing the imagination and the mind, the manifestation of the imagination and what the mind brings forth. Right. In this physical world, in the physical, like we can touch things, we can smell things, we can do all these different things, right? But what happens here in this reality, most of us have been forced to only live through the conditions, so-called conditions we've been birthed in.
Right.
Not understanding that the so-called God gene, or the one thing that you have that they can't control, is your imagination.
Right.
You literally can be tied up in the basement about to get killed, and you can imagine yourself out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason why you be in fear, because you in fear of what they told you was so-called death.
Right.
But
it's sold as like something that's terrible. And don't get me wrong, like no one wants to leave and no one wants to lose a loved one, but the way they sell it here is like we know all things here are inverted. It's sold in such a terrible way and lost. And don't get me wrong, if someone's murdered or killed, that's terrible. But if someone just naturally passes away, they move on to another life. That's why they call it afterlife. But a lot of people don't, believe it, or they don't know it. I like to say no, because it's a difference between believing and knowing. And like you said, everything's mental. It starts from the mind. You can't have a God gene without the source, which people call God, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I don't care what you call it.
Right.
You can call it goddamn cheesesteak for all I care. There's an intelligent force that's moving, and because it exists, we exist, and it exists all and out and through us. And we are the manifestation of it.
Right.
Having a physical experience in the physical body.
Yes, indeed.
And the thing is, you're not supposed to fear anything. But in limitation, you're conditioned to fear. But you came here to overcome that and wake up in it. So you are so-called physically made up of chaos, right? Inside your body, you have electricity, you have acid, you have plasma, you have water, you have all these different things inside your body that outside the body, if they touch it, they kill you.
Yeah.
But the very chaos that would give you chaos, you are made up in it, and it makes you stand upright. You literally have plasma and electricity flowing through your body. At the same time, when you eat food, you have acid in your stomach that breaks food down.
Right.
That if somebody threw that acid on you, it would kill you.
So what you're saying is we're so divinely created,
yeah,
and created in perfection, that we have elements inside of our body that are deadly, but work in harmony.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you are.
Wow.
You are the personification of perfection. The very thing, and see, I'm going somewhere with this, right? The very thing that you look outside the body or above or below that you call chaos, you are made up of it, and it works together in perfect harmony to make you stand upright. So all the things that you think you see, you are the perfect example. You are the perfect perfection of it.
Yes, indeed.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and because you are the perfection of it, all this stuff is a projection to you. It shouldn't even matter. Like you rise above it. Like you kill with the keys. The reason why you don't, because you've been conditioned and you've been born into a matrix where you have amnesia of self. You don't understand who you are.
Yes.
You don't understand who you are. So you don't understand your power. You don't understand how to manifest your power. People out here getting shot down, women getting raped. I want y'all to understand something, right? Watch this. In this world that you're looking at, what I always tell you, Riz, what's happening right now in this world, right now?
Like chaos.
Right? Right now, right? There's a woman, let's just talk real talk for a minute. Right now, somewhere in this world, there's a woman being raped. Right now, as we're talking, there's a raping happening.
Right.
Right? And a man. A child is being molested, right? Right now, there's somebody in the basement or somebody tied up with about to get murdered. Somebody's being murdered somewhere in the planet. I don't care what country it is, it's happening somewhere, right? There's somebody doing what we would call wrong to somebody right now, right?
Facts.
But on the flip side, there's a baby being born in the world, right? And there's a husband standing at her feet waiting to receive a child and name that baby, right? There's a married couple making love right now, right? There is a mother holding her baby. There is a young man helping an elderly person, right? And as we talking, somewhere in the world, right? This world is a balance of chaos and perfection at the same time.
Yeah, so it's I want to say maybe a macrocosm of what's going on. What's going on with the society.
It's never one-sided. It's all happening at the same time. But the powers that be that we elected to be in power,
right?
They seek to control your mind. So they only project to you negativity. So that's what you see yourself as, and that's what you manifest. You don't understand who you are. They know more about you than you know about yourself. So because they socially engineer you to see yourself this way, you only say, man, look at all these murders, not realizing that in the city of Philadelphia, there's 1.8 million people. We have 575 homicides, but we got 900,000 black people.
Right.
So we had all these homicides, but how many black people graduated from school? How many black people ain't doing the shootings?
Yeah, they never let you know.
They never let you know about the positivity.
Right.
So you don't think positive about yourself to manifest. You only dwell in the imperfection part.
Right.
Not realizing that you are perfection.
Yeah. But I understand what you're saying, but godly people, whenever we see evil or any one person lose their life over something material or man-made, that's a life that's so precious that people can't even understand. So you know, we get desensitized and we see homicide on TV and oh, so and so got shot, but we shouldn't be desensitized to that, because that's one life lost for absolutely nothing over a worldly thing, whether it be a gold chain, a car. You see the nonsense going on in the world today. It's totally unacceptable, and it seems like only one group of people is being targeted: the so-called Negro of America, African American. I understand that, and you have a choice. You don't have to be into these certain things, you know, because they profit off your dysfunction. And like you said, it all manifests in your mind. So when they give you drill music and TV shows that's full of selling drugs and cocaine and how to dress, you see the image portrayed in reality when you see men walking around with their butt hanging out, standing on corners selling illicit drugs. That's totally unacceptable, folks. It's 2020 and we still don't have any industry. We still don't. You got the same thing over there. We don't have any industry. You understand? And for it to be 2022 and it's still no black corporations, no inherited wealth, it showed you that there's really no economic win here. You could be wealthy in your own right and work and have 40 degrees and make decent money and live your life till you pass away, but it's meaningless. This is a man-made concept that we're living in. We're living literally in the matrix. Like, you can live in the world, but not be of it. And so many people are lost. They've lost the knowing of God. And that's the most important thing, because everything you see is the Most High God. When you look in nature, you have every animal and plant doing a divine duty. Yep. And man and woman is totally outside of that. They're not doing their divine job. So I feel what George is saying, how we're being spotlighted with all the negativity. But guess what? If it wasn't black people doing negative things, there'd be no industry for it.
And see, right? And see, what I always tell my brother is, the thing is, it's only us. We're going to do the negative. We're going to do the positive. We're going to be highlighted. These industries and all of this kind of stuff that they're benefiting from. See, I want y'all to listen to me. Listen to me well. These industries are fabrications. This reality is a fabricated world. See, going to the supermarket is a fabrication. That's not real.
Definitely.
What you see out in nature is real. That's a fabrication. That's all things that man has made up in order to make his stay so-called here comfortable, or in order to put a price on things where you can galvanize people together to make them be slaves. Right. You create a market for it. That's not natural. That's not nature.
Right.
We didn't come here to run this world. We are the world. We came here to experience it. This is the thing what I want people to understand, right? And when me and my brother, we talk all the time. In the cameras, we're gonna always be portrayed as killers and hoes and gangsters, where 95% of our people throughout the planet ain't none of that. They only show the 5% of our people out the planet that's so-called manifesting this what they would call deviltry, right? But this is the thing, right? You came here to wake up. And I always tell Riz, right? Riz has a firearm, right? He carries a gun. He's a barber. He cuts hair in one of the worst sections in the city and one of the worst sections in the country, Southwest Philadelphia, right? Where we live at, 12th District. What did I tell you one day? I said, Riz, you don't carry the gun for black folks. I said, ain't nobody gonna bother you. Why did I tell you that?
Yeah, because you said I was like divinely protected from the Most High, and I don't manifest that type of energy.
It's impossible. See, I want see some of this gonna go over some of y'all here because y'all been lied to and been conditioned to listen to a good sermon. A lot of our people, they good orators. They could talk a lot of good shit, but they can't show and prove all things. And on top of that, they regurgitate what they heard other people say.
Yes, indeed.
This is the thing, right? I want y'all to understand something, man. When you wake up in this reality and know who you are, and you know who you are, things that you see with your so-called optics eyes out there in this projection, this fabrication, it's not for you.
Right.
You will see a home invasion. You'll be getting in your car and watch somebody get robbed across the street. They'll walk right past you. You do not. When you begin to know who you are and begin to manifest the real aspect of you, you become invisible in this world.
Exactly.
Most people don't understand what I'm saying. And what I'm trying to say is stop. If you want to spread a divine nature in this world for our people, stop feeding into all the killings. Stop feeding into the rape and the molestation. Because when I opened up, I told you, while somebody's being molested, there's a baby being born to a married couple. There's balance and structure within everything. Everything is happening all at the same time.
Yes.
Right? As long as we keep feeding in to the projected, the media, the fabrication, we're going to keep thinking like that.
Right.
And what I'm saying is, here in Philadelphia, there's millions, thousands, and hundreds of thousands of people that ain't getting shot. They not getting shot at. They not getting robbed. Right. But what about the people that do? I'm gonna say something controversial. When you're not connected spiritually, and sometimes things happen in order to get other people connected spiritually.
Definitely.
To get you, remember, this is not a real place.
It's the ripple effect.
This is not, but see, I want y'all to understand something. This is not a real place. This is not a real body. Listen, this is consciousness sitting here right now.
Definitely.
Do you know what? Let me take the gloves off. Stop playing. Let me roll my sleeves and act like let me get in my bag, man. Because I'm holding back.
I don't know why.
I'm holding back. Let me tell y'all something, man.